What's up, people? Orsa Corsair coming at you with a Genesis video. This is the PS4 MOBA by Rampage game. Just came out today. I've been playing since about 10 this morning, and I wanted to go over some of the tips that I've learned just by playing the game. I'm going to mostly talk about things in the game around the map and the training mode, not so much about the heroes, simply because I feel like only having 5 heroes unlocked, I don't really want to speak on the heroes too much. I may do a video on those 5 heroes later, kind of about how I think they fit right now and the different roles in which you can play them, but we'll see. But for right now, I want to go over the use of wards. I want to talk about the teleport that's in the game. I want to talk about the river buff. I want to talk about the comm system, and I also want to talk about items and how to learn what they actually do. So those are the 5 things I'm going to cover. If this is something that you already know, this may be a video to skip. If this is interesting to you though, make sure to listen up. So tip 1 is going to be wards. So wards are super important in any type of MOBA, right? But this game right here, you definitely want to place wards because you start with them automatically. It's not like Paragon where you have to buy them and then place them into your build for a bit or whatever. You already have them. They're 100 gold and you can put them anywhere on the map. But I've noticed that there's pillars assigned on certain areas of the map that you can also put the wards. And those pillars seem to be ideal locations to place wards. Nobody has destroyed them yet, and I'm not sure if that because they can't be destroyed or if people simply don't care about wards right now, because it is the first day and this is the first time some people are even playing a MOBA, so they just may not care about the wards. The wards are lasting about 4 minutes, I want to say, and they have a little timer bar. It's like a red color underneath their health, so you can actually see how long you have until your ward is disabled. So I thought that was a pretty nifty trick. With people being able to rotate so quickly in this game being kind of like a team deathmatch, wards are going to be super important because they'll keep people from sneaking up on you and just rolling over you. Because a lot of people are definitely going for kills and not so much the objectives. The second tip that I want to talk about is the river buff. So the river buff is very reminiscent of the river buff in Paragon. I played a lot of Belica, Gadget in the mid, and fighting over the river buff was a big deal because they were so powerful. Same in this game. The river buffs are actually really ridiculous. They come out every 2 minutes, just like Paragon, and I think I've seen 6. So the ones that I've seen is the Berserk buff, which basically is a blue orb with lightning going around it. And basically what it does, it increases your attack speed. It seems to take like, I don't know, 0.5 seconds off of your attack speed. Basically, if you're Apollo, it means you're swinging twice as fast, is what it seems like, or shooting twice as fast, on top of whatever buff you already have that's increasing your attack speed. So it's actually really crazy, especially if you put it on an ADC or somebody who's pumping out a lot of damage already. The other one that I've seen is the energy cell, which basically gives you, I want to say 50 or 51 extra energy damage. There's a speed buff, which gives you 275 speed, so basically doubles your speed. There's a defense cell, so it makes you a little tankier. There's a healing cell, which seems to heal over time for a decent amount of health. And there's a cloak, which makes you invisible to the enemy team, unless they have wards up, I would assume. So all of those are very good buff, very reminiscent of Paragon, and you want to be making sure that your team is kind of securing them and actually timing it correctly so that you're getting those buffs. Tip number 3, I want to talk about communication. Obviously this is PS4, you do have PS4 chat, and if you have buddies you can jump in there with them, but more than likely you're probably going to be playing this game with some randoms every once in a while. So they do have a kind of a communication wheel. When I first saw it, it was very basic and I didn't like the comms that were on there. And then I learned that if you go to the system setting on the main page, you can actually go to the command prompts and you can put your own commands in there. So as you can see here, I changed mine up to kind of look like Paragon, you know, attack mid, attack top, attack bottom, which is basically like attack left, attack right, attack mid, you know, invade jungle, defend lane, just so that my team and I can have some type of communication. I think this is going to be the most important thing, especially if you're not playing with a full stack. The 4th tip I have is using the training mode in order to learn the heroes, and more importantly, I think, how the items actually work. I think you're going to figure out the heroes as you play anyway, But there are so many items in this game that you actually have to take a second and look at them and read through them, because trying to read through some of these items on the fly while you're in a game, items that drop off of mobs or off the bosses on the map, is really hard to do, and it's hard to dictate who should get what item when you don't actually know what they do. And that can be the difference between winning and losing, right? You give an item to your tank that probably would have been better on your ADC, or something that would have been better on a hero that's geared more towards energy damage. So I think you really need to learn those items. And if you go over to the training mode, you can actually go there and you can give yourself however much gold you want. And you can buy each item, you can read each item, you can see how each item works on any hero in the game, which I think is a awesome concept, an awesome feature, because it actually allows you to learn these heroes and learn these items without having to worry about your worrying about your lanes being taken, or you know, you been a burden to your team because you're trying to learn what some of these items do. I think that's very important, and it leads to my last tip, which is pre-ordering your items. You don't have to let the game pick which items that it thinks you can have, because it will recommend certain items for you. But you may need to build something different than what the game is actually recommending for you. You may want to build tanky and the game is recommending that you go damage. So by doing that, you can just go here, you hit pre-select. That way, when you have enough gold to upgrade, the game already knows what you want to run, and then you upgrade. Once you see that and you get a moment of rest, you can go ahead and you can pre-select the next thing that you want to jump up to. This way you have a say over what you actually want to build in the MOBA. So people, those are the top 5 tips that I have from playing this game today. I may do a video about some of the heroes and where I think that they should be played. They do give you like an example of where these heroes should be. Like they'll say, oh, this is a tank, this is an assassin, this is this and that. But some of these heroes, I feel like they can be played in different roles. So just because somebody's an assassin doesn't mean that they can't run support. Just because somebody's supposed to be top doesn't mean they can't be support, or, you know, I feel like the heroes are pretty flexible right now, and that's just what the 5 that I've seen so far. Maybe as I get more heroes unlocked, there are some that are going to be like, this is obviously a support, he's only going to be support. This is obviously a tank, only going to be tank. This is an ADC, so forth and so on. So right now I'm liking the game. It's pretty good. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, because I'm not usually a fan of top-down MOBAs, but this one's actually really well done. I'm enjoying it. Let me know down in the comment what you think for the people who have played it so far, and if you haven't played it, do you think that you will give it a shot? I'm curious to see who all is going to be playing the game. But with that, that'll be it for me. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more Genesis content. I plan to make some more videos on this game. And yeah, I should be live streaming it at some point. I'll probably have to do it on YouTube, because I don't think there's gonna really be a viewership for this on Mixer. There's not even a tab for it. So we'll probably be streaming this on the YouTube channel. But thank you all for watching, people. This is Orsasaurus. Let me get out of here before I start ranting. Peace, 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 peace.